everyone, it's Kimber Schaefer here with Rage in the Cage OKC News, and we are hanging out right here at the weight room in Oklahoma City, sponsor for Rage in the Cage 57, and that is on the discussion board for today. Rage 57, this guy, Austin Loza, you are making your amateur debut, and I always say this, I love interviewing amateur fighters, debut fighters, and getting to see you guys from the ground up, but you are no stranger to martial arts. Wrestling per se. You were a state runner-up in wrestling at Enid High School, is that correct?
Yeah, I was a state runner-up 2017 at weight class 152. Worked really hard, and I wrestled for like about 7 years or so. People told me I'd never make it to state. I'd never, make the finals or anything, but worked hard and prove 'em wrong. So pretty proud of that.
And this is the next step in your game and what you want to really achieve before obviously going off to college next year, and you're going to be a walk-on wrestler?
Yeah, I'm walking on to Oklahoma State, and but MMA is something I've always wanted to do, so I'm just going to, start out the game right now and build up from here and then keep wrestling as well.
So how do you feel going into your very first MMA fight? I mean, obviously we know that your ground game is going to be pretty tight with your wrestling and all that you've achieved there, but does the stand-up at all make you nervous, or are you really training hard in that right now?
Yeah, I've been focusing on my stand-up a lot just because, wrestlers, they have a tendency to, bend over a little too much, or they tend to just wrestle more than fight, so I just don't want people to just know me as a wrestler. I want them to know me as all around a fighter. So I've been working on my stand-up a lot.
And is there some fighters that are currently fighting in MMA in Oklahoma that you train with, any?
I've trained with Benny the Bull, Masca, and Gabe Rednose. We've all trained together, and we've all kept really close ties with each other. We used to go up to the Kingfisher wrestling room, just train there. There's nothing better than just getting down and dirty, and even just a wrestling room. It doesn't even have to be a full gym, just anywhere we can get some work in.
That's amazing. And I see wrestling as just such an important foundation in MMA fighters' lives, really in anybody's lives. I think wrestling is just a really important sport. In fact, the town that I live in now, we just recently started our first wrestling program. A lot of our guys had trained in Kingfisher previous to our town actually starting the wrestling program. So let's talk a little bit about, obviously you're going to go to college, you're young, you're 18 years old at this point. Talk about long term, where you want to go with this.
Hopefully make, the OSU lineup, and then win a couple national titles there if I'm able to, All-American at least. And then after that, I'm probably going to try and, get into the UFC, go pro, and just keep fighting. Hopefully I can be a world champ one day.
I think it's so great. You're 18 years old. You've still got such a long career ahead of you and time to actually achieve those goals and make them, a reality.
Yeah, just keeping focused and training hard, and just keeping my head in the game is pretty much what I need to do.
What about other sports? Did you play other sports, or is wrestling pretty much everything to you?
Wrestling's pretty much everything to me, but I'm also a really good runner, so cardio won't be a factor for any of my fights.
Are you a marathon runner as well, or just run track? Or
I used to run cross country, but I still run miles as many times as I can a week. We do PT tests in the Army. I'm in the Army National Guard, and we do 2 miles all the time, so that just keeps me in shape and keeps my cardio up.
Sounds good. Well, I'm so excited to meet you and get to interview you and basically let everybody out there get to know anything about you. Is there anything that I didn't ask you, or any shout outs you want to share with our fans on YouTube channel?
No, I think I'm pretty good right now, but I can't wait to put on a show. But thank you to my family and stuff, my friends supporting me. We'll see you guys March 10th.
Sounds good. And hey guys, if you want to come out and support this guy as well as any other fighter on the card, he's got tickets. You can get tickets from any other fighter that may be your favorite, or of course you can get tickets from stubwire.com. We hope to see you there March 10th at the Oklahoma City Farmers Public Market for Rage in the Cage 57.